What I was about to say was that it starts in the schools, and maybe we feel like it's happening right now, but it's something that has been happening for generations, and it's slowly been taken away from us, and we're not catching it because first it was a pledge of allegiance because it had God in it. Second, there was no prayer. Then they were trying to go after even saying the Christmas tree. So they've been working at this for many, many generations, and they
Right.
slowly been pulling and pulling God out of everything we do. And for better or worse, what we're talking about here, it does allow for more evil to slip in and more wrong teachings or something that we don't believe in our own morals and values. And then who's more impressionable than our young children? And
Right.
that's where it comes with the separation of child and parent, because they're being taught something completely different at home and their parents are doing something that's completely wrong. And
Absolutely.
that's where I think that that's why I think it's been past the time that we step in and do something. I think that these little things that have been taken away that, we have to fight so hard to get back now.
Well, the problem is we don't actually live what we believe. So schools is one of the areas where I get in trouble. When I talk to my Republicans, brothers and sisters, and I bring up the school system and I tell them what I think,
Mhm.
first thing they do is look around to see like if anybody else is listening before they respond.
Yeah.
Because it's a taboo issue. But honestly, as a Christian, we should not be sending our kids to public schools because they spend most of their time in a non-biblical worldview that opposes God, right? So, and I ask the Republicans all the time, why do we fund and support a public school system that opposes the Republican values? Like, why do we do that? We shouldn't do that. I think we should actually defund all public schools and sell off all the land and not tax the people for public schools. And guess what would happen? It might lower some people's lifestyles like it did mine, right? When we pulled our kids out of public schools. But guess we're now like a tribe. If one of us leaves, it feels kind of weird. If I walk out the door, my kids go, "Where are you going?" We work together. We homeschool. I got a home business. We made our life such that we teach the kids, right? And they understand biblical concepts, right? And we have some that choose not to follow them. They're just like, yeah, I believe everything you're saying, but I don't want to do that, But for the most part, our kids, as they grow up, the worldview that they have is a biblical worldview. And that's very, very important. When you send your kids to school, they come back and say things like this. All right, I believe in God, but I don't like a God that doesn't love everybody. Like, my gay friends. Like if he's going to send them to hell, I just can't accept that. Right? Because you think you're giving them a worldview the few hours that you have them, and you're not. The worldview is coming from the schools. So, I would like to see them all shut down. And you know what? The kids benefit when they get homeschooled, they get private school or the church schools them. And I think honestly that the church really has failed here because if the church was doing its job, these kids wouldn't be going to public schools, right? They'd be getting a good education.